I know I like making mapping videos, but I just saw a video by this account called Understanding Politics, and they really, really believe AOC can win the presidency. To will tell you why that is 100% impossible, and why AOC is. I'm just gonna use Vance. So I'm just using Vance as a stand-in, as Vance is the most likely candidate for the Republican Party in 2028 election. So Vance is the most likely candidate. And let's just say the Democrats pick AOC. We're not putting in VPs or any of that stuff. Likely AOC's VP would probably be. Actually, I have no idea. Vance's would probably be Rubio, but I don't know who AOC would probably pick like Jasmine Crockett or someone stupid as a VP. Someone that is very progressive. Probably not Sanders because Sanders is a white guy. Probably not. But um, AOC versus Vance. Unless Vance doesn't run for president, then we'll have to pick someone else. But Vance, according to Bayonaz, is the most likely person to be Republican. And type of why, and this is why AOC is not going to win. So we're going to go over all of these safe states. So Vance is going to win, of course, all of these states. Like, there is no question about it. Vance will win all of these states. Of course, he's going to win his home state of Ohio. He's going to win Indiana. He's going to win Iowa. Okay, the thing with the Midwest is that Democrats only do well in the Midwest if people don't turn out. If people turn out, it gets more Republican. Also, the voter registrations in Iowa are Republican leaning. Iowa doesn't have any, but then we have all of the Western states. These are all the states you would also Alaska. Can't think about Alaska. And also could give Hawaii to AOC, so don't have to worry about those two states on the bottom as well. I don't think Alaska's become a swing state this election cycle, so as well. And also not even for the midterms, but AOC is like the worst candidate possible. And the thing is, they're trying to make her the leader of the Democrat Party. Okay. Okay. So she is not winning any of these states at all. Okay. These are states that Vance is going to win no matter what. Okay. There's a 0% chance AOC wins these states. And that's including Texas and Florida. But AOC is a Latina. She's not gonna win Florida and Texas, you idiot. Okay, the difference between the reason why they're not voting for AOC is because Hispanics do not vote on ethnicity. Before Trump actually brought the issues to attention, which Hispanics have the similar issues that we do. The immigration, for example, people in South Texas, which actually a lot of people in South Texas have been living here for centuries. Okay, not centuries. America didn't even exist in Texas. Didn't actually for generations. Okay, and also you have the Cubans and Nicaraguan and Venezuelans, the legal ones, the ones who can actually vote. They vote overwhelmingly Republican. Okay, and Hispanics in Florida, which are mostly Cuban, overwhelmingly vote Republican. And Florida has a massive advantage for Republicans as well. I don't think as the advantage is gonna shrink magically over the next 4 years. Okay, I think the advantage in Florida is only going to continue growing, and Florida is going to continue to grow as a Republican state. Okay, there is no way AOC is gonna win Florida. Okay, there is no way AOC is gonna win the state of Florida. Now we'll talk about the safe blue states. So these are states that AOC is gonna win. So California, Washington, Oregon, because those are the most progressive states in the country. Colorado, DC. Oh, I was meant to click on DC. DC, Maryland, Vermont, Massachusetts, and these two states, Rhode Island and Connecticut, and that's it. That's these, and Maine second. No, not Maine. And Maine's first, and New York. The rest, they're gonna be within 10. Yes. I think AOC, I think AOC is actually hated in New York, so she'll be within 10 in New York. Yeah, that's how bad. Also, she'll probably win Delaware. I always forget Delaware exists, but I think everybody does. But now we have the rest of the states. So AOC, bare minimum for safe states is 130 electoral votes. Okay, now we go over the states that are likely Republican. There's quite a few. First is Arizona. Arizona went likely for Trump. It would likely go likely for Vance. It's also trained in voter registrations as well here. And same thing with Nevada. Nevada, Dust recently flipped in the voter registration for Republicans, and Trump won it by 2 to 3 points. If AOC is winning, I don't think AOC is going to be able to relate to working class voters in Las Vegas. How can she relate? She literally wants to ban people from owning, and she's going to do extremely horrible amongst rural Americans and farmers, okay? Especially no matter where he is, he will do horribly in South Texas, because South Texas is mostly rural. Okay, see, because rural voters, she is poison to rural voters. AOC is poison to rural voters. She's going to do the best amongst, progressive metropolitan areas like Denver, Portland, Seattle, San Francisco Bay Area, and of course, DC and Baltimore, and Boston, and of course, Vermont. Okay, I think she's going to do well in New Hampshire, considering the fact that, she has the association of Bernie Sanders. And also she's going to do well in Maine. But she's not going to win Maine second. That's not going to happen. Also, I wouldn't be too surprised at this point. North Carolina is likely Republican. Yep, Vance is likely going to win North Carolina. Who isn't too shocked about that? He's going to do very well in the Sun Belt. So these are the 3 likely states, and then we have to go to the green states. Also, Illinois will be likely blue. Illinois was almost likely blue last election cycle, and New York will be likely blue. She is very unpopular in New York. It will be within 10. New York will be within 10 if AOC runs for president. And so then we have the green blue state. Also, Nebraska second will be likely as well. The green, blue, and red states. Okay. The green red states include Michigan. Okay. Michigan, I think, would probably not vote for AOC. Okay. She might rightly do better amongst Muslims, and that's it. Also, Pennsylvania. And there we go. Vance wins. Vance wins. Okay. Vance wins within Michigan and Pennsylvania. There you go. Election is over. And she might do better amongst the Atlanta area, but she'll do poor enough amongst the rural voters. Same thing in Wisconsin. I know, she might do well in people available, but she might do well in Milwaukee and Dane County. But what about the rural voters? She's poison to rural voters. She is poison to rural voters. Okay? She's not going to do well amongst rural voters. Okay? And then we have the last 4 states up for grab: New Jersey, Virginia, New Mexico, and Minnesota. Okay, I think we're gonna go over the teal blue states, and these are the states that I think are gonna be the real swing states if AOC runs for office. Also, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Georgia will be considered swing states as well, as they'll be within 5. So, yeah. And Nebraska. Oh, I forgot about Nebraska odds. Okay. Yeah. AOC is probably going to still win Minnesota. Oh, yeah, I forgot Minnesota. It's still going to probably win Minnesota. But again, Tampon Tim did poor. Harris did poorly in Minnesota. So AOC, who's even worse than Harris, she could actually lose Minnesota. I think Minnesota will be kind of like the actual real swing state. Then we have Virginia. I think AOC might barely win Virginia. Same thing in New Jersey. Like, she may barely win both of these states, and that would be an embarrassment. And then we have New Mexico, where Walter White is from. I think AOC loses New Mexico. Okay, she is horrible on the border. But New Mexico is 50% on the rural New Mexicans are not going to vote for AOC. Okay, that's just how it is. Okay, New Mexico is mostly rural, and New Mexico actually trended in favor of Trump as well. Okay. Yeah. And also, Vance is probably gonna win New Jersey. So actually, gonna change that mind. AOC will lose New Jersey because I forgot New Jersey. It's like zooming fat. So and heck, New York might be within 5. Like, it might be a swing state too, at this point. Because you gotta forget, this is we're dealing with AOC, and Virginia might be within like 2. Within like 1, it will be like extremely close. And heck, Vance might even win Virginia at this point. Yeah, AOC is not winning the presidency. There is no way AOC wins the presidency. Okay, there is 0 way AOC will become president. I said this about Kamala Harris. AOC is worse on the issues than Kamala Harris is. And they're saying AOC would win. Yeah, give me it. Also, AOC is even more unpopular than Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris, yes, at this moment is more unpopular than AOC. But again, AOC hasn't really shown herself on the stage. Also, if you compare favorable ratings, JD Vance has a better favorable rating than AOC does. Okay? And once people see who AOC really is, her favorable rating is going to dip like Kamala's did. I know there'll probably be a dead cat bounce at the very beginning, usually like with Kamala Harris. But once people know who AOC really is, no one's going to vote for her. That's just how it is. No sane person is going to vote for AOC. And there you go. Rant video is over. AOC is not going to be your next president. So, goodbye.